Hi, I'm Maggie Pashley and I'm a Soul Realignment practitioner, and I wanted during this lockdown period to give you the opportunity to have a Soul Realignment session with me at a really good reduced price. And the reason I'm doing this is I think that this is the perfect time to have a Soul Realignment session. And in a moment I'll talk about what Soul Realignment is in case you haven't come across that modality before. So in this lockdown period where we are being forced to be more inward, you know, we are at home, have got an interruption. Well, most of us have got an interruption to our daily routine. Many of us have got space and time to begin to explore different things, maybe to learn more about ourselves, and most importantly to prioritize what's important. I think the lockdown period for many people has stripped so much away that it's made them rethink their lives or rethink things that they thought were important not being so important. Sometimes circumstances have forced people to change their work patterns, maybe work from home, maybe work online, maybe having to be more flexible about how they offer the work they have. Maybe, unfortunately, they might have lost their jobs and have to then refocus on how what the next step is for them. So for many reasons I think Soul Realignment can be very helpful right now, and because I'm also appreciative of the fact that there are people at the moment who have less money available to them, or the uncertainty of what lies ahead has made them perhaps be more cautious about how they may spend their money. I've reduced my fee to a very, very reasonable amount, so to allow as many people as possible to benefit from this. And I do sessions worldwide, so you don't have to be local to me, which is local to me being Sligo in the west of Ireland. And fortunately I can do this work online to wherever you are in the world. So let's look at what Soul Realignment involves. It involves me going, with your permission, taking some of your details, your birth details, and going into the Akashic records and doing research on your behalf. So I look at who you are as a soul, the kind of energies that you are designed to work with, and I think having that information, that's the first part of the session, can be invaluable because it can help us to appreciate what are our natural gifts. Sometimes we don't always appreciate our natural gifts because they are they just seem easy to us, but they are the ways in which we are going to plug into our soul's energy and do things that really contribute to the world, contribute to our own lives, and can make our lives more enjoyable, more successful, and more prosperous, and can be making full use of the energies that we've come in to work with in this lifetime. And so the first part of the session involves looking at what is called your soul profile, which is the energies of your soul group, your soul vibration, how connected you are already to your soul's energy. And from that we can see the kind of environments and the kind of choices that are going to bring you into greater alignment with your soul's energy, And also, and as important, the kind of things that are going to take you away from that alignment. And so it becomes clearer to you the kind of things to choose and the kind of things not to choose. And I would say this is a very empowering technique, a very empowering session. So I'm not there to tell you what to do. I'm there to give you an insight, a very deep insight into the energies that you work with, and to look at different ways in which you can make choices that reconnect you with those energies, so that you get more inspiration, more energy, more sense of purpose in your life. And so that's very, very important. And then we look at the choices that you have made in the past, either in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, which have pulled you out of alignment. And these are the choices that are still operating today. So obviously we've made loads of choices in the many lifetimes we've had that we have left behind. So the ones that show up in a reading are those choices that are still currently limiting you. They were choices possibly from many lifetimes ago, or from early in this lifetime. And at some level you are upholding those choices. So the patterns are still repeating themselves, and they are restricting your ability to fully use your gifts, fully connect with your divine your divine blueprint. So what happens when I do a reading? I first of all do the research in the Akashic records, and I come up with all the different choices that you have made that are pulling you out of alignment. I do a clearing for you on those negative choices. By negative, this is not about judgment. It's the negative merely referring to their choices that pull you out of alignment. So there's no judgment here. And so having done that research, I do a clearing on your behalf, which then gets activated within the session. And it's amazing how people see how the different choices that they made then are still going on, and how that drains their energy. They could have energy drain from attaching souls that are souls that they had limiting contracts with, or set up certain agreements with in a past life that are still limiting them now because they haven't chosen something different. So in the session we look at clearing that, and we look at then what different choices you can make now that will ground in the new energy. So it is a very interactive session. It's not me telling you you've done this and that means this, and all you need to do is think differently, because thinking differently and just setting out intentions on the level of mind, on the level of meditation, isn't the only thing that's necessary. The most important thing is you take new actions. And so we can you can jot down new actions that you can take, and these don't have to be massive things. They can be just simple steps that are slightly taking you out of your comfort zone. Because let's face it, if we stay in our comfort zone, we'll always get what we always got. So in order to change, we have to step beyond what we know. But we're not looking at taking massive action that requires huge amounts of expense or huge amounts of courage. We are looking at some very doable action steps that will take you into greater alignment with your soul's energy. And once you do that, you get more energy, and then that enables you to take the next step. And very quickly you have changed the course of your life. You have changed the old patterns and you brought in new patterns which really, really do work for you. And so I love doing these readings because people get a real sense of appreciating themselves at a soul level. They get reflected back to them the energies that are their soul gifts, and they get a very doable action plan to do. So if this seems like something that you would like to follow up on, then do make the use of my offer. So I'll tell you what that is. So my normal fee is €150 for the Soul Realignment, which includes the background research that I do. But during the lockdown period, I'm offering you a really, really amazing price of €105. So it's €45 off. So it's a really, really good deal. So if you've been thinking about doing this, now's the time maybe to jump in. And if you want more information, then just look below this video and I'll put the link to my webpage where you can go and read more, read some of the testimonials that people have written, and just see if it's something that you would like to do. And if it feels right for you, then do get in touch. There is a payment button. In fact, there's a payment button for the special reduced price on that page. So I look forward to working with you if it feels right for you. Thank you.